I am not a pack rat. But my husband Gary is. He cannot let go of anything. Perhaps that means I've got job security. We've only been married 44 years. I don't have to worry about him getting rid of me. But I am not a pet rat. So one spring, when I informed him that I was going to clean out the hall closet, I knew there would be tears, and they weren't going to be mine. I explained to Gary that I was going to take everything out of that closet and pile it into different piles. If we used it, if we needed it, we'd keep it. If we didn't use it, we didn't need it, it'd be donated. And if there were any, random things that weren't in good enough condition to donate, I was going to throw it away, put it in the trash pile. Well, it was like pulling teeth, but I got him to help me start carrying everything out of that closet. We just threw it on the living room floor. And I told him, I said, this will take days, because I knew he had to emotionally and mentally process getting rid of something. So lo and behold, we had taken everything out of the closet, and believe it or not, tucked in the back of that closet, we found his field jacket from when he was in the Air Force 47 years ago. After all this time, he still had that jacket. And we pulled it out, and he started reminiscing of the times he had worn that jacket in the Air Force. He reminisced taking his name and rank insignia off when he got out of the Air Force, and he wore that jacket to college. He wore that jacket until it didn't fit anymore, because he was 149 pounds when he was in the Air Force. Thus, he wore a size medium. Well, after he wore it, I wore it through 2 pregnancies. Our children wore it camping, and we had just worn that jacket out. And we had just talked about the memories that he created and we created, but I held it up, and it's a size medium. It's not going to fit anyone. The zipper is broken, the pockets are ripped, and it's stained. I'm sorry, it's not even in good enough condition to donate. We're going to put it in the trash pile. And he intellectually agreed that I could throw it away. But he held on to it for a little bit. And pretty soon he was asleep, clutching that field jacket. And I knew he'd be asleep for a while. So I started prying open his fingers, slid that field jacket out of his hand, and I took the opportunity to throw it away. Took the trash out to the curb, trash day was that morning, and thought, that's gone. I'll continue working through our mountain of stuff. Well, I realized I was going to need some boxes to divide what I was being donated, because Red Racks doesn't want you to bring a trash bag. They want it in a box. So I slipped off to the store. When I got back, Gary was still sleeping. And I opened the closet to count how many hangers I had. And there was that flight jacket. Gary had to have run outside, waved down the trash truck, convinced them to give him back his garbage, searched through and found his jacket. And he had told me he was never going to do that again. It is too embarrassing. Well, the weird thing though was not only had he retrieved the jacket, all the stains were gone. Now, Gary does laundry, but I mean, that's some laundry skill there. Well, when he woke up, he denied everything. But you know what a liar Gary is. He's competing in the contest. So I thought, well, I can outwit him. So I put that coat in a black trash bag, rolled it up, duct taped it. And the next time I saw my friend Alice, I said, Alice, no questions asked. Would you throw this away? And so she goes, sure. She waited, it wouldn't weigh too much. She knew that there wasn't any illegal drugs or dead bodies. She could safely throw it away at her house. And so she took it. I thought, great. I'm never going to see that field jacket again. Well, we had quite a few tears as Gary was informed that nobody needs 7 fleece line jackets. He could have 2. And he could have the blue one or the blue one or the blue one, but he had to pick out which 2 he was going to keep. And as we were doing this, I opened the closet to see how much space I was going to have. And there was that field jacket again. I think Alice must have misunderstood because it was so sweet of her. She had replaced the zipper, and I know how difficult it is to replace heavy-duty zippers in coat. And she had sewn all the torn pockets. Well, now the zipper worked, the pockets were fixed, and the stains were gone. It was actually in pretty good condition, but it was still a size medium, and we couldn't use it. We didn't need it, but I could donate it. So I worked through the rest of the coats from the closet, boxed them up, and started making trips to Red Racks. It only took 3 trips. Got rid of all those coats, and I came back now ready to hang up what we were going to keep. He did narrow down 2 fleece jackets, 1 rain jacket, 1 Olympic jacket. So he still had quite a few jackets, but nothing compared to what had been in that closet. And when I opened the closet to start hanging up the things I was keeping, Gary had gone to the military surplus store and bought a brand new field jacket. And I went and I took it off the hanger and I thought, it looks new, smells new, the zipper works, the pockets are attached, there's no stains. But when I opened it up, it was a size medium. And where it had his name and military ID stencil, I had crossed that off with a fabric marker, but there it was, clear as a day, Kuntz and his digits. I decided right then and there, some things are so special, so precious, that you should never get rid of them and always hang on to them. I hung that field jacket up, shoved it in the back of the closet, and I think it's still there, but to tell you the truth, I'm a little nervous to look.